Hello, everybody, and I'm here live tonight. We're going to be joined by Maya from Selenite Wellbeing, and we're going to be talking about the independence that spirituality can offer us in our life and can offer us as part of the mind, body, soul triumvirate, the trinity of holistic well-being, which we all talk about. So I'm just waiting for a few people to join, and then Maya will join us too. I hope you're all having a beautiful Friday. We're also going to be talking about our day retreat that we're running by the seaside in South Shields. And we've also got Sally Craddock who will be joining us for that, a yoga practitioner, sound healer, voice worker, all around incredible practitioner who's also the hypnotherapy Queen of Devon. She'll be joining us on the 20th of May, as well as Nicola, who works with hypnotherapy, hypnodrumming, shamanic healing, and stage hypnosis. He'll be joining us for the 20th of May for the Seaside Day Retreat in South Shields from 2 p.m. till 9 p.m. And I'm just going to let Maya in. So let me introduce you all to Maya. Requested. I'm being a bit dark. There we go, and we're on. So I'd love to introduce you to Maya. This is Maya, who works in Derbyshire. She's a holistic health practitioner from Selenite Wellbeing. Maya is a breath worker. Maya is a holistic nutritionist, a masseur. She works with shamanic practices in a beautiful and integrative way, and she's an all-round good witch. I absolutely love working with Maya. We've worked together lots in the past, and we're going to be working together in the future. So, Maya, hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm so excited. I love working with you so much,
Yeah.
Neil, so,
And we've got Sally who'll be joining us, and we've also got Nicola who'll be joining us on the drums. I mean, we can't fit everybody who's coming to do this workshop in on one live call, so eventually we will hear from Sally and from Nicola as we get closer to the day. But it's just fabulous to have you to be able to talk about the things that we're up to with you. It was amazing how we met, wasn't it, really?
yeah, it was like the universe just kept
Yeah.
pushing us together, didn't it? So trained together, we were on the same training when we did our cacao facilitation training. We were on the same
Yeah.
training, so we met then, and then we randomly bumped into each other at
Yeah,
an
an
event in
ecstatic
London.
dance
Neil was just
place. It
dancing.
was fantastic. That cacao training we did, though, that was just amazing, wasn't it? We did that during lockdown, I think, wasn't it?
And it was so special. It was, yeah, I think it's more powerful to do it during lockdown because obviously at that time we were so disconnected from other people. So beautiful to be able to do
Yeah.
something like that.
I think the
For people.
spiritual
So
connection really was setting into a lot of people during lockdown. I mean, particularly for me, I found that connecting spiritually to different creative modalities was just like having freedom in my bedroom, you know, close your eyes and just be this amazing energetic being who can travel, who can satisfy your needs with this creative flow of things we did during the training.
yeah, I think it's so true. I think so many people started to, yeah, find their way into this kind of world, didn't they, during lockdown and become more creative as well. Like people started taking up hobbies, didn't they, and doing things that I guess accessing parts of themselves that maybe they'd been disconnected from for a long time. You know,
Yeah.
like finding, like for me, that happened too. Like I've been a performer and I loved singing, I loved dancing and being creative. I hadn't done anything like that for years and years until lockdown, and then I
Yeah.
started to, like you say, I started to pick my
Yeah,
drum up and I
yeah,
started to sing again, and
yeah.
yeah.
And you're singing when you sing the medicine songs. I've never heard anybody lead a medicine song session like you do. It's so beautifully held, and your voice is so delightful that everybody just joins in, and everybody just ends up roaring in song in a circle. Do you remember the last medicine songs you led in Belper.
Yeah, well, the one we did in London
Mm,
together as well. We lit the roof off there, didn't we, when we were doing the medicine songs? We had some really big voices in there, and
yeah,
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 it's just so magic when you've got a and they're all just singing their hearts out and just expressing themselves freely, letting go of all those
yeah.
inhibitions and just yeah, just being connecting to joy and
And it's
feeling
a big
free.
expression, isn't it? It's a big expression to be able to open your mouth and let a huge creation come out, which is sound. And it really releases things for you, doesn't it?
It does, and I didn't realize till I started sort of doing mentoring, working more closely with people, just how
Mm,
many people have got such a
mm,
block with their voice and such a fear of their voice being heard and letting their voice out. And um, so yeah, so it's even more beautiful for me when I see someone actually joining in and singing and just letting their voice out, because I think yeah, it's one of the
yeah,
biggest fears I think for people. I think the biggest fear is
yeah,
public speaking. So people just do have such
yeah,
a lot of anxiety around people hearing their voice. So, um, so I think yeah, it's an amazing way to bring out people's confidence and
yeah.
through song
And there's
and
something
dance.
about singing
Yeah.
in the group. B. Evans is just asking when our event is. Hello, B. So the event is on the 20th of May on South Shields Beach, just next to the Dunes Centre, and we'll be there from 2 o'clock till 9 o'clock. It's a whole day retreat. We'll be providing food and snacks and all the gorgeous things you need. But I think the singing in a group really gives everybody the kind of license and the courage to open their mouth and sing. And even if it's a roar or a shout, because we don't always sing tunes, sometimes we just let big roaring sounds out or quiet sounds, you know, and it's a beautiful thing to release. So we're looking forward to opening with the medicine circles during the cacao ceremony on the beach.
Yeah, and the same with movement as well. I think again, loads of people have got, you know, real fear around moving their body and
Mm,
dancing. And a lot of this, especially when you do cow, is about
yeah,
connecting to your inner child, isn't it? And it's about connecting to that younger version of yourself that probably felt so freer. And, you know, so when you're in a ceremony with
mm,
cow, especially, I just feel like access parts of yourself where you
yeah,
can just be free, you know, just let go and
yeah.
move your body. Um, so
And
yeah,
so
it's
the
amazing.
ceremony
So
part
yeah,
of the cacao ceremony is literally, we give you time to tune in to what's inside you. So the ceremony part of it is about blocking out all of the stress, all of the things that you're supposed to be in life, all of your names and all of your job titles and all of your family position. And we give you time to sip the cacao, and we encourage you to just become who you are deep inside. And everybody finds that, because cacao is magical in that it's a vasodilator and it opens up the heart center physically as well as emotionally. And when that happens, that's a sacred moment. And so that's where the ceremonial side of it comes in, because the connection to your heart center, your love, your inner child is so sacred that that's where magic begins to happen, and we start to really feel one with who we're supposed to be and who we actually are. So that's what happens when we connect to the cacao. And from there, like you say, the magical inner child starts to play. And to me, there are two sides to the inner child. There's the wounded child, who for me lives in the south of the medicine wheel with emotions and with water. And that's the inner child who doesn't understand why things are not fair, or the child who doesn't understand why people are sad, or doesn't understand why there is hurt in the world. And then as well, there's the magical child who for me comes from the east with the fire. The fire child is pure magic. It's the child who can do anything. Anything that comes from the imagination. When you're a child, you can achieve it. You can really make it happen. And when we dance around the fire, when we dance on the beach with the sea, the air, the earth and the fire, all there, the elements all connectors in the center. So the magical child, the wounded child meet and they dance together. It's almost as if they hold hands and say, it's okay, because we're going to do this dance now and we're going to understand things from a higher perspective and really connect.
Yeah. And I had one of the most powerful experiences I ever had during a conscious connected breathwork journey, which is obviously another practice that we're bringing into the day retreat, was actually I got transported to the beach as a child, and it was just incredible. I was dancing around the beach and there was like two versions of me, and they were like holding hands, and the younger child was, the older one was saying to the younger child, me, everything's okay, you know, and it was a huge, like, yeah, it was a really profound experience for me. So obviously I didn't know I was going to hold her at that time. So
and
I
this
feel
is like the steps of destiny of bringing you here, because when you go into any of this work, we tap into our subconscious, and our subconscious expresses itself through imagination. Our subconscious expresses itself through dance and creative ways, and our subconscious expresses itself through these images. So when we do close our eyes and we meditate, when we've used some cacao, which is the beautiful, beautiful essence of, you know, of Mother Nature and Mother Earth, and we use the drums, and you close your eyes, your subconscious actually opens up and starts to take you to that amazing wonderground of the imagination. And you're also mentoring breathwork as a coach and a teacher, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm teaching for the school that we both trained with. I absolutely love that, but I'm hugely passionate about breathwork, especially conscious connected breathwork, which is obviously what we trained in. And it's even more profound when you add the cacao in as well, and you weave the breathwork together, which is what we often do in our studies together. You can just go a lot more deeper, and I think the thing is as well is it's always an invitation to just go as deep as you want to. So when you come to a workshop or a retreat that we're holding, you know, you can go as deep as you want
absolutely
to.
Yeah, and I always I believe firmly that you're only presented with the depth that you can manage at any given point in time, you know. That includes joy and laughter and happiness and ecstasy, and it also involves deeper inner work as well. So how does breath work help you spiritually, Maya? What are the spiritual journey benefits? If I was coming in to start a spiritual adventure in my life, how would breath work help me with that?
Well, it's like you said a moment ago, you know, you're just accessing parts of yourself that you can't, parts of your subconscious mind that you don't normally have access to. So just able to go. I think every time you do conscious connected breathwork, it's completely unique. You always go on a journey every time you breathe in this way. And sometimes it's a physical experience, sometimes it's more emotional. You may restore emotion, you may cry, you may feel euphoria. It's always different. But yes, sometimes people have real experiences as well. So yeah, it's always different, it's always unique. And I always say you just trust the breath knows what you need on that particular day where you go. But we're going back to the cacao ceremonies. I always say to people, usually when we do a cacao ceremony, half the room are crying and half the room are dancing.
And then the halves of the room swap around.
Yeah. So everybody is, even though collectively we're on this beautiful journey together and we're sharing the sacred space together, everyone is on that
it's a community
journey. And as a facilitator, to be able to witness that
Yeah.
is
And
just
with there's
amazing.
4 of us going to be there in the room or on the beach while this is all happening, and each one of us, you know, we've been working with healing, creative healing, with therapies for years and years, so we're well experienced with everything, and we're there to support everybody through everything, and you know, make it an absolute joy to be able to delve into this spiritual journey day, which is what it's going to be. It's really going to be fabulous. We've got yoga with Sally as
Yeah, I
well.
think, yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, we just
Yeah.
work beautifully together, don't we? Like we do, and um, everyone works in a slightly different way, but like
Mm,
collectively,
mm.
it just works, and yeah,
And we're
so it's
going
going to
to
be
have
really
a gorgeous
so.
sound healing session as well. And the sound healing session is like, you know, it's like a beautiful blanket of calm, soothing, beautiful just energy which envelops everyone, invites everybody into this sonic dreaming, which is the time when the body just melts into the ground and you're consciously sleeping and you're aware of what's happening, but the sounds just keep washing you and hugging you.
Yeah, baths are so unique. Like I've been to so many sound baths over the years, and yours are just so special. What you create is so unique. So
Mm.
I just think people are always in for such a treat in a space
Yeah,
like you, Neil. And Patty, you know. Um, but yeah, should we talk about like how the day's going to run? Like, just give people an idea of kind of how how we're going to journey through the
definitely.
day.
Yeah, so we've got
Um,
the welcome
we,
on the beach. We're going to be South Shields Beach, and it's an absolutely stunning beach. I've been going there almost daily just to take in the sea air and feel the sand under my feet. It's gorgeous.
yeah, I think like, you know, all the healing practices we're doing aside, just simply being next to the ocean and on the
Mm.
beach is healing in itself and cleansing in itself. So, um, so yeah, we're going to start off on the beach, doing our opening circle. We're going to be led by Sally,
Yeah.
through yoga
Hmm.
practices on
Hmm.
the beach.
Mm.
We're going to do our beautiful cacao
Yeah,
ceremony down there. And cacao ceremonies are always more magical when they're outside and you can
yeah,
really connect
yeah,
the elements. Um, um, and we're going to be doing medicine songs on the beach. And then we've also got a space inside as well. So we're then going to
yeah,
retreat indoors.
absolutely. So we'll do the cacao connection and then we'll do the breath work on the beach, which is going to be really powerful. And then after that, you know, people are really welcome to go and have a dip in the sea after the breath work. It's optional and it's, you know, it's there for you to do. And I'll be going in definitely on the break.
I'm going to try and do some, obviously we're doing our conscious connected breathwork journey, but I've also got some breathwork techniques as well lined up to kind of get us fired up and
Yeah,
ready if we do want to
like
go
the
in the
Wim Hof
sea,
stuff.
like
Brilliant.
Wim Hof. So yeah, get us
Yeah,
ready for it, for that
yeah,
cold water
yeah.
immersion. So yeah, but again, that's optional. And I think it's important to say as well that everything we do
Mm.
is always an invitation. So you don't have to take part in everything if you don't feel comfortable to. You know, if you just want to observe, you can. We always want people to
Yeah,
feel comfortable and safe. So, you know, we never push to do
yeah.
anything that doesn't feel
No,
comfortable or
that's it.
right
Yeah,
for them.
people
So
are welcome to
yeah.
observe and witness just as much as they are to get involved and experientially go through the journey that's on offer. So when we go inside, we're going to have a break and we'll be providing gorgeous, healthy snacks. We're going to get creative in the kitchen because you're coming over on the Friday, right? I think we're going to make all sorts of
Yeah.
little date balls with cacao in and fruits and nuts and things for snacks.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Because yeah, a big passion of
Mm,
mine is nutrition, and yeah, so this is, you know, a day retreat that is gonna nourish, um
yeah,
you know, us on every level. So physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually.
It'll be
energetically,
fabulous. And then after the
so
break, we're going to go into a Reiki meditation, which is going to be an absolutely gorgeous circle of universal energy. And in the room, we'll just be still and present in a gorgeous universal energy which can come through us, and it can heal us, it can inspire us, it can move us, it can make us just want to be present and be so tranquil in the space. And the purpose of the Reiki meditation is simply that: it's to feel the universal energy of the self, to tune into that, and to sit with that for 20-30 minutes is an incredibly empowering thing, you know, to do that. And if you've never experienced Reiki before, you will know it, and you'll even recognize it. You know, the first time I had Reiki, I didn't know what to expect, but I recognized that feeling as that divine glow you get when you're just so happy. So we'll be bathing in that indoors for a little while.
yeah, it will be beautiful. And I think it's lovely as well, because obviously we'll be working together with that, because obviously I'm a Reiki practitioner, so are you. Um so yeah,
Yeah.
so again we'll be kind of
Yeah.
we'll both be doing it
And then
together.
following that, we'll do a really gorgeous listening exercise called a dyad. And this is about speaking your truth to the universe. We'll do it in pairs. So one person is the listener and the other person is the truth teller. And it's time for you to speak uninterrupted to someone who's channeling the universe. You know, the listener is there to witness the story, and you get to say whatever it is you want and need to say about your life up until the moment you get to that point. And it's also an incredibly powerful and moving time, because so often we don't get to say the words that we want to say, or there's something we've held back on, or we're afraid to say something because it doesn't sound right. In this moment, in this exercise, you get to say exactly what it is you want to. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, and I think the whole day is really about creating space for people to just be as they are. Like at the start, take off all those masks that we wear, you know, all the different roles that we play every day, you know. We just get to peel back all those layers and just really connect, or return to who we really are, you know, our authentic self.
To return
So
into
yeah,
that spirit that we've got and that we can feel. And we get the opportunity to do that through so many of these practices that we're going to introduce. And then after the dyad, we're going to have dinner, and then we're going to have trance dancing, which I know we're both so completely excited about. Trance dancing now, it's not like the Macarena. We're not going to give you the okey cokey to do. It's what happens in trance dance is it's a blindfolded movement session, and what you'll find when you're blindfolded is that all the other senses are, you know, all of the other senses are lessened, so you can't see, so your imagination and your subconscious just opens and it presents to you this whole new world to walk around in. And it might be that you want to dance and move, but it might also be that you just want to be still whilst the drums and the music are playing, and just experience this new world. And then the beats of the drumming will get you moving somehow, and you'll be partnered as well, so you won't be bumping into anyone or anything. It will be partnered, so there'll be someone looking after you whilst you've got your blindfold on. So if you want to kick off and really move it, then your partner will make sure you're not going to bump into anything or anyone. But they're really transformational journeys, and you can express and experience so much with that movement. I love your dancing videos that you share on your Instagram as well.
yeah, it's just one of my go-to practices now, just kind of movement when I'm feeling any sort of overwhelming emotion, really. Just a way of, you know, all our emotions are just energy, so it's just a way of
Yeah,
shifting and moving
yeah.
that energy through the body. the more you connect in that way, the deeper the connection you have with it. So you tune in more to the wisdom of the body, and you just start to appreciate the body so much more as well, you know, and honor it. So yeah, I think with trance dance or anything like that, so any sort of embodied movement.
Yeah, it's the magic of movement, and it's the flow of energy through the body. Even if it's, you know, just your regular dad dancing, you got a blindfold on, nobody's watching you. That's the movement you want to make on the beach, do it. If you want to twirl around and just wave your arms everywhere, do it, because the music will inspire and encourage you to do that. And, you know, if you want to lie on the ground and just witness the feeling of the sound and what's happening in your body, it's like, that's the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like how many people have to get intoxicated to be able to
Oh
dance
yeah,
as adults? You know, we go out and get blind drunk, or
yeah,
you know, to be
yeah.
to
Well,
be
we
able
are
to
doing
dance.
that in
I
after
think
lunch. We're going for the vodka triples after lunch.
that's
No alcohol is included in the retreat day. I'm joking.
but I think yeah, the beauty of these kind of events, you know, you're able to
Yeah.
just get high
I
on
mean,
your own
when
supply. So
I went
just
on to my
high on.
spiritual adventure, the first thing I did was give up alcohol, and I gave it up in a day, because the feeling that I got from meditation and the energy that I got inside myself from meditation, I was not expecting it. And I just went, I'm not drinking, because I'm not giving up the connection I've got to this feeling, you know. You really do get high on your own supply. That's it. Mm.
And it's celebrating when you know you can connect to that joy and bliss, like just
Mm.
through your own body and your own breath. That
Yeah.
you know you don't need anything else to.
And it's going to be
You know,
fun, because, you know, there'll be people there who are going to get you and be on the same wavelength with the laughter and the fun and the, you know, craziness or the happiness that you're feeling. It's going to be a huge shared community space. Yeah. And then after that, we'll calm things down with the sound bath. Really chill with the sound bath.
yeah, way to like just tie
Yeah.
everything together and come back
That's
down
the
and ground.
integration time for everything that's happened during the day. The waves of sound that come from the gongs, the drums, and the singing bowls, and the vocals that we'll produce as well. They're just going to integrate everything into your energy system and your physical system, so that the story of the day is you. It becomes you, and you carry it out with you. And then we end by sharing how we're all feeling, and we talk about what we've gone through during the day, and we witness it. We witness everybody's experience of the day before we leave.
And that in itself is so empowering, because you know, to just be heard, to be really heard and seen by a group of people,
Yeah,
you know,
it
is
is.
healing. And so
And if that's not enough, if people need to get home after that closing circle, they can. But if you want to stay, we'll go back onto the beach with the drums, and we're just going to drum by the beach as the moon rises and the water and the tide ebbs and flows. We'll be drumming out there on the beach until the fire goes out. What a day.
yeah,
What a day.
exciting.
So yeah, it's the 20th of May. Gaia and the sea. You know, it's a seaside day retreat. It's going to be life changing, life affirming, and life creating. It's all going to be in there. So if you guys want to book on, book soon, because places are going. There's a link in the bio or on our website, thesoulsoundspirit.com. Gaia and the Sea, 20th of May, from 2 p.m. till 9 p.m. Maya, Sally, Nicola, and me, all there for you in this amazing community. Yeah. Maya, thank you for coming on tonight and sharing this inspirational moment and sharing the retreat with us. Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see you and work with you again, and just yeah, and just connect with some of you and
Mm,
in such a
yeah.
powerful way.
And we can
So
go and have candy
yeah.
floss as well because there's a fun fair. There's a fun fair on just a couple, like about half a mile down the beach. There's a fun fair. Mm, yeah. If anybody there's got any questions, then please do just go ahead and ask. Otherwise, I'm going to say good night and God bless you, Maya, for sharing with us this evening and being here. And I can't wait to see you too.
Lots of
Bye.
love.
Take care, everyone. Bye.